Welcome to the final session, where we will explore health and the prevention of illness. What do you think are some ways we can prevent ourselves from getting ill? Spending time outdoors and in nature is one excellent way of keeping healthy. We will learn more about what environmental well-being is. Our diet and nutrition are crucial to our health and well-being, too. We will also learn more about what a balanced diet is and the benefits of eating a balanced diet. What do you think environmental well-being means? Environmental well-being relates to many things, including the positive impact that spending time in nature, looking after your surroundings and practicing basic hygiene has. Have you ever heard of the saying being at one with nature? It means being at peace with yourself and the world, and realizing you are connected to the world around you. It is very good for us to be aware of our relationship with the planet and realize we are part of it. Our actions influence the health of the planet, and we can only be healthy if the planet is healthy, too. It is our job to look after our environment just the same as we look after our bodies. It is good for our physical and mental health to take part in activities that look after the environment. Why do you think it is important for us to care for the environment? One of the reasons why we need to look after the planet is to ensure there is enough food for everyone to eat. Food grows in particular climates, so we need to reduce our carbon footprint to make sure it doesn't get too hot so food can grow properly. Our carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere as a result of our actions. Keeping the temperature at the right level means we have better quality food and nutrition, which is great for our bodies and minds. Another reason we need to take care of our environment is to ensure we breathe clean air. Pollution means the number of harmful substances in the air. We don't want the air we breathe to be polluted because it can lead to us getting illnesses like asthma and cancer. The easiest way to have cleaner air in your community is by driving less. Life would be boring if there weren't lots of things to see and interact with. We all love all the different animals there are on the planet. Even if you aren't that interested in animals, you have to admit, it's pretty cool that there are so many of them. Scientists have estimated that there are approximately 8.7 million species of plants and animals in existence. This allows us to have a thriving ecosystem and lots of different plants and animals to get nutrients from. Remember, variance builds strength. However, if our planet gets damaged, many species of animals and plants will become extinct. This will weaken our ecosystem and cause problems as we won't have access to the varied food options that we have now. That means we get fewer nutrients and become weaker. Additionally, we don't want animals to die. We are their caretakers and need to learn to respect them. Our responsibility is to protect and care for the animals and plants around us. Do you know what some of the actions you can take to look after the environment are? Do you do any activities that benefit the environment? Some activities that benefit the environment include gardening and growing new plants, recycling paper, cans, and glass as much as possible, learning about the Earth's natural resources, taking care of animals, making choices to be more active and cycle or walk where possible instead of driving, reducing waste, taking pride in our surroundings, involvement in your local community and sharing resources with others. Not only do we get physical benefits such as strengthening our joints and muscles and getting fresh oxygen to our hearts and lungs, but it is great for our minds, too. Have you ever felt tired, grumpy or bored and then you go outside and experience your mood improving and suddenly you feel lighter? This is a common experience and it is highly recommended that you go outdoors daily. Spending time outdoors and especially in nature or green environments has mental benefits such as improving your mood, reducing feelings of stress, increasing creativity, stimulating your mind so it will be easier to sleep, making you feel more connected to your local community and less lonely, and increasing curiosity and knowledge. Being outdoors is even a vital way to get your nutrition as you absorb vitamin D from the sun. This is essential to our health and we need to get a certain amount all year round to be healthy. Just make sure you wear sun cream. Try and remember which vitamin you get from the sun as it will come up in the quiz. Environmental well-being is not just about spending time outdoors and being in nature, although it is a big part of it. Environmental well-being is also about taking care and pride in our own personal environment, too. This means looking after the space we live in and the things we look after. You guessed it, this includes keeping your room clean, helping your family with chores around the house, respecting your classroom and school environment, and looking after your pets, if you have any. You should take pride in your environment as it will make you feel good about yourself. Most people don't like cleaning their room. Sometimes it can seem daunting, especially if you have a lot of possessions in your room. But some people actually come to enjoy the process of cleaning their room. It can be one of the activities you do by yourself as part of your alone time that we spoke about in the session on social well-being. How did it make you feel the last time you cleaned your room? Did you feel satisfied? Relieved? Proud? Maybe you even felt excited to live in your improved space, which seemed bigger and better after it was cleaned. It may have even made you feel less stressed because you knew where your possessions were. This is normal. It is good for our sense of self-worth to know that we are being responsible and taking care of the things we own. Your room and home can express who you are, and you may even want to move things around and display things on the wall to represent who you are. How we manage our environments plays an important role in connecting with who we are and celebrating ourselves. You can even use your room as a way to be creative and move things around to suit you. Taking pride in your environment will make you feel better about yourself, and rightly so. Helping others look after spaces that are shared by a group, such as your house or classroom, is also extremely beneficial for us. Other people will respect and trust us more if we help them, and we will form better social connections. Not only this, but helping others to clean, tidy, or cook will help us develop the skills that are necessary later on in life to be independent. If you are lucky enough to own a pet, taking care of it and giving it the things it requires, such as food, exercise, and cleaning its environment, will fill you with pride and improve your self-esteem. Taking care of our environment is part of our natural growth and personal development and will fill us with happiness. Another way to make sure we can look after our health is to look after our hygiene. Do you know what personal hygiene means? Personal hygiene is taking measures to prevent us from catching viruses, diseases, and bacteria that linger on or in the body. There are 5 types of personal hygiene that are important to know. Remember them for the quiz later on. The 5 types of personal hygiene are as follows. One, hand hygiene. Washing your hands regularly and at crucial times, such as before eating, after using the toilet, playing outside, and using public transport, are crucial to preventing illness. Washing your hands is the most important and easy personal hygiene action that you can take. 2. Food hygiene. Your parents and teachers should teach you good hygiene while preparing, serving, and eating food to prevent the spread of germs. 3. Body hygiene. Your skin is your largest organ. It is easy for bacteria to gather and cause an infection or a skin disease if you do not wash regularly. You should have a shower or bath every day or every other day if you have not been exercising. 4. Oral hygiene. This means the hygiene of everything inside your mouth. You should brush your teeth twice a day and floss to avoid tooth decay, oral diseases, and painful infections. 5. Health hygiene. This is part of taking care of your environment and preventing the spread of disease and viruses. We all lived through the COVID-19 pandemic and learned the importance of being responsible and taking measures to prevent the spread of germs. There are many diseases, bacteria, and viruses circulating around us. Some of them are more dangerous than others, but it is important to follow some general rules to protect yourself and others around you. There are plenty of things you can do to look after your health hygiene. They include the following. If you are sick, do not go to school or see other people. Avoiding close contact with other people will stop the spreading of germs. Cover your mouth with a tissue or handkerchief while sneezing or coughing. Use hand sanitizer. especially after using public transport and being in crowded places. It is even more important to use in the winter months. Use separate bedclothes from other people you live with. Maintain clean surroundings. An unclean desk, bedroom and toilet mean an abundance of germs. If you spill or drop something on the floor, you should clean it up immediately. You may want to ask for help from someone else if you think it might be dangerous or don't know how. Follow the basics of toilet and bathroom cleanliness standards. You should always flush the toilet after using it. Wash your hands and throw used tissue and other rubbish in the bin. Change your clothes every day and put away the dirty clothes in the laundry basket. Never touch anyone else's bodily fluid, including their sick, spit, or blood. If someone is sick or cuts themselves, then get an adult to help them. These are the most basic things you should do to look after your hygiene and should be part of your everyday practice. It is normal to get ill sometimes. Nobody goes through life without being sick. Children are the most likely to get ill as they are still developing their immune systems. Actually, on average most children get a common cold 6 to 8 times a year. This may sound strange, but it is actually good for you in the long term to get ill sometimes and experience normal exposure to viruses, diseases and bacteria. This is so your body can learn how to detect and fight the illness, whatever it is, and protect you in the future. You don't need to be too worried. Our bodies are extremely clever and strong and fight hard to keep us healthy. To support your body, you should make sure you are eating a balanced diet and doing enough physical activity to help it fight off illnesses. It is important that you recognize early signs of illness. You should pay attention to your body and how you are feeling. Some of the things to look out for are weight loss, aches and pains in certain areas, changes to your skin like a rash or redness, difficulty breathing, changes in appetite, fever, tiredness and weakness, vomiting, changes to vision and a persistent cough. I will ask you what some of the early signs of illness are in the quiz later. Remember, these are just some common symptoms of illness and do not include everything. If you notice any changes in your body or mind, it is best to speak to an adult as soon as possible and get in touch with your doctor. So far, we have covered why and how our physical, mental, social, emotional, intellectual, environmental well-being and the importance of sleep is crucial to us being happy and healthy. But what about our diet? Food is fuel for our bodies. You wouldn't expect your favorite sports car to run on orange juice, would you? What we put into our bodies influences our mood, energy, strength, height, and brain function. It is extremely important that we get all of the nutrition we need to be at our best and live long, healthy and happy lives. Do you know what a balanced diet is? Take a moment to reflect on what you eat. Do you think you eat a balanced diet? Do you think you eat too much, too little, or just the right amount of food? Do you think you drink enough water? It's okay if you aren't sure. Let's take a look at what food and drink we should be consuming together. Let's start with water. Like other plants and animals, water is vital to us being alive, and we need a certain amount of water every day to live. You may have heard that you should drink 8 glasses of water a day. This is reasonable and something you should aim for, but you do need to consider other factors. If you are exercising, or if it is very hot, or if you have been vomiting or have diarrhea, you should drink more water than usual. You may not know this, but it is important to stay hydrated for the following reasons. It gets rid of waste and flushes out things your body does not need. It keeps your temperature normal. It supports and protects your joints. Just be careful you don't drink too much water. An excess of any food or water can have other harmful effects. Do you know what the different food groups are that you need to have in your diet? The 5 food groups are fruit and vegetables, carbohydrates, meat and proteins, dairy and other alternatives, oils and spreads, However, we don't need an equal amount of food from each of these food groups. We need a lot more of some than others. Let's learn about what portion of the food we need from each food group. The food chart on the screen should give you an idea of how much food you should have from each food group. In order to have a healthy, balanced diet, you should try to eat at least 5 portions of a variety of fruit and veg each day. Choose from fresh, frozen, tinned, dried or juiced. Carbohydrates/starchy food should make up just over a third of the food we eat, like potatoes, bread, rice or pasta. Have some dairy or dairy alternatives. Milk, cheese, yogurt and fromage frais are good sources of protein and some vitamins, and they're also an important source of calcium, which helps keep our bones healthy. Aim for at least 2 portions of fish every week, one of which should be oily, such as salmon or mackerel. Eat some beans, pulses, fish, eggs, and meat as a source of protein. Choose unsaturated oils and spreads, and eat them in small amounts. Remember, fats are high in energy and should be eaten sparingly, but they should not be excluded from your diet. And don't forget to drink plenty of fluids, at least 6 to 8 glasses a day. This will help your body absorb nutrients and vitamins. Try to choose a variety of different foods from the 5 main food groups to get a wide range of nutrients. They all contain lots of different vitamins and we need all of them to be at our most healthy. Having a varied diet also stops us from getting bored of food and we can enjoy it more. It's exciting to try new things. If you are exercising, it is important to eat protein to build and repair muscles and carbohydrates to refuel muscles. Calcium and iron are important vitamins to consume for oxygen and bone function when exercising, too. If we do not eat a balanced diet, we can become unwell. This doesn't just mean not getting enough of the nutrients and vitamins we need, but it also means eating too much of some foods that are bad for us, usually, food that is high in salt or sugar. There are risks associated with having a poor diet and having too many of the wrong foods or not getting enough of the nutrients we need. Some of these risks include being overweight or obese, being underweight, tooth decay, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease and stroke, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, some cancers, having weak bones and joints and experiencing depression and low mood. Like all areas of our health and well-being, each one affects and impacts the other areas. Eating a balanced diet is crucial to us being healthy and being able to function physically, mentally and socially, too. Are you ready for your quiz on health and prevention of illness? It may be a good idea to write your answers down. Then if you want to build on your answer, you can make notes so you can remember it next time.